What you need to make a smoothie is frozen fruits or ice, lemon juice, and other juice. Apple juice, orange juice, I'm using fruit punch. And of course, a blender. Let's get started. Next thing you need to do is plug in the blender to make the smoothie. First thing you have to do, take off the lid of the smoothie maker. And now you get your spoon and your bag of fruits. What you're going to do is you're going to put some fruit in. Now depending on how many people you make it for, it depends on how much you're going to put in. I'm going to make for 3. So we're going to put in as much as we need. We've got some raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. So just put a lot in. If you need, you can even just dump it in. Make sure you don't get too much. That's probably good. Next step, you're going to get your juice. Now, you pour some of your juice in, but make sure you don't pour too much in. Just about maybe a cup or half a cup. That much, so it doesn't quite cover all of the fruit, but mostly. And now what you're going to do is you're going to put the lid on, and you're going to start to blend. Now, most blenders have a button that says smoothie, but if it doesn't, you can also push the chop button. Hold this right here. Don't wiggle it, okay? So this is what's going to happen when we push the button. Make sure you hold the top so the lid doesn't fly off. Now keep checking just a couple times just to make sure that everything's all mixed together and nothing's too stuck. You don't want to go continuously in case something gets stuck or things will get too shredded. Now it's obviously not ready because there's lots of chunks, but you just stir it around to get all the things underneath the blade, and make sure you use a longer spoon so you don't get your fingers cut. And now we're just going to put those on, and we're going to blend it for about the same amount of time we blended it the last time. It all sucks in and it keeps like turning in. But sometimes if it gets too blended, then it'll just stop and you can see that it doesn't do that anymore. So you just take off your lid again and you stir it around. Now see, there's still chunks, but now it's mostly blended except for a few pieces. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your lemon juice. You're going to put a couple drops in. Just it gives it a bit of extra taste besides just the fruity taste. A little citrus to it. Just a little bit. Make sure you get it inside the blender. And so you're just going to stir that up a little. Make sure you don't want it too blended, so it's not going to be too bad. You don't want it too chunky, but you also don't want it too runny. So you put the lid back on and go again. It's all blended. We know it's all blended when we get our long spoon and we stir it around and there's no chunks. But you can't drink it right out of the blender cup. So what you're going to have to do is get a cup. Okay, so now we have to get our cup. Now since we have 3, we have to get 3 cups, but make sure they're not too big because you won't have enough. Get your 3 cups, and now you're ready to pour it. You pour it evenly into each cup, and then when it's filled, get a straw, put it in, and enjoy. And make sure to clean up afterwards so your mom doesn't yell at you. As you can tell, the theme this week was how to. I did a fruit smoothie. And by the way, I forgot to say this, but I used blackberries, but I prefer if you didn't use them because they have so many seeds and they're so little and they're stuck in your teeth and they're just nasty. But I've never used the fruit punch before for the juice, but it tastes really good. It's really fruity. And apparently it didn't make 3, it made 2 smoothies, and they didn't even fill up these cups all the way to here they made it. But they're still really good. But that was this week's episode. So have fun and make sure to tune in next week.